Hi everyone, my name is Kate. Welcome back to my wondernetting channel. In today's video we are going to crochet the third Christmas pillow together. We are still getting ready for Christmas and New Year, so in today's video I'll be showing you how to crochet a gingerbread house pillow. This one. This is already the third pillow in my crochet Christmas pillow series. Other two tutorials are already on my channel, so check them out. The links will be in the top right corner. For today's project I used cotton yarn from Hobby. The pillow is really easy and quick to make, but I do want to share with you an important tip. I recommend crocheting this pillow in 2 strands of yarn or using a thicker yarn, because my pillow turned out a little bit holey, so you can see the filling inside. If I had used 2 strands or thicker yarn, the fabric would have been much denser and the filling wouldn't show through, so definitely keep that in mind. So let's add one more Christmas pillow in our holiday collection and let's get started. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Before we start, I want to say thank you for being here with me in 2025. Your love and support means the world to me, so I wish you a merriest Christmas and the happiest New Year. You'll need 4 skeins of cotton yarn in brown and 1 skein of cream yarn. If you are crocheting with 2 strands held together, make sure to use twice as much yarn. I'm using Pica Pau cotton yarn from Hobby. The link to this yarn will be in the description below, and I'll be working with 5mm hook. We start with chain of 35 stitches. You can use any stitch you like, but I recommend something more dense like single crochet or half double crochet. I'll be using half double crochet. Start working into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, insert the hook into the second chain, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. That's a half double crochet. We'll be using this stitch for the entire pillow, so yarn over again, work a half double crochet into the next chain and continue with half double crochets all the way across the row. I finished the row and this is how we're going to start the next one. We'll begin every row the same way so the edges stay nice and straight. I turn my work without making a chain 1, insert the hook into the very first stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out and crochet 2 loops on the hook. Then insert the hook into this loop, grab the yarn, pull it out, you again have 2 loops on the hook, crochet them together. This way we are making a single crochet on top of single crochet, and it helps keep the edge straight and not wavy. After that, yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch and continue working half double crochets all the way to the end of the row. I finished the row and I'll show you once again how we start each new row. I turn my work without turning chain, insert the hook into the very first stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out and crochet 2 loops together. Then insert the hook right here into this first little loop, grab the yarn and crochet 2 loops again. After that, continue working the row as usual using half double crochets. This way we need to crochet 21 rows in total. You can absolutely make more or fewer rows if you like, that will simply change the height of your pillow. I've completed 21 rows and my piece measures about 21.5 cm in height. Now we're going to start making decreases at the beginning and at the end of each row, until we are left with just 1 stitch. To make the decrease at the beginning, I turn my work without a turning chain, insert the hook into the very first stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out, then I insert the hook straight into the second stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out, and now I have 3 loops on the hook and crochet them all together. Next I insert the hook right here into the very first little loop and work a single crochet on top of this stitch. This is how we'll start every row. This is our decrease at the beginning. After that I continue crocheting as usual until I reach the last 2 stitches at the end of the row. I've reached the end, yarn over, insert the hook into the second to last stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out, I now have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, insert the hook into the very last stitch, grab the yarn, now I have 5 loops on the hook, crochet all 5 loops together. This is our decrease at the end of the row. Then again, without turning chain, I turn my work and start the next row exactly the same way I just showed you. So I insert the hook into the first stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out, then into the second stitch, grab the yarn, pull it out, and crochet 3 loops together. Then I insert the hook into this first loop and work single crochet on top of that stitch. After that I continue crocheting as usual. When I reach the last 2 stitches of the row, I make the same decrease there, just like I showed you. We keep working these decreases in every row until we're left just with 1 stitch at the very end. Once you're down to one stitch, simply make chain 1, cut the yarn. This is what you should have so far, a little house shape. You need to crochet a second one exactly the same. Like I mentioned before, if you crochet with 2 strands held together, your fabric will be denser and less holey. Now we are going to crochet one long strip that will connect the 2 pieces together. To do that, simply chain 8 and work the same way with half double crochets, just a long rectangle. To figure out how many rows you need, count how many rows you made for one house, then add the same number again, that will be for the other side of the house, and then add the number of stitches you have at the base. That total will give you the number of rows you need for the strip. In my case, I crocheted 39 rows for one house, adding the second side make 78 rows, and I originally started with 34 stitches at the base. So in total I need to crochet 112 rows for this strip in order to connect the 2 pieces together. Once all the pieces are ready, we can start adding the pattern on one side of the house. For this I'm using slip stitches. I insert the hook into the fabric and from the inside grab the cream colored yarn and pull it through to the front. Then I start working slip stitches upward along the rows, creating the pattern I want. Try to pull the loops a bit looser so the slip stitches don't tighten the fabric. This way you can draw little doors, windows or really any design you like. Once you've finished, simply cut the yarn and you in the end on the inside. Then make slip stitch into the ring and tighten it. I decided to add some little pink hearts as well. To do that, make a magic ring and chain 3. Then crochet 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet and single crochet. Then chain 1, again single crochet, half double crochet and 2 double crochets. To create these drips that look like a little icing, start by making a chain of stitches, then work your way back up along the chain using any stitches you like. You can use single crochets or half double crochets. The stitch you choose will determine how wide the drip looks. Work your way back up to the top. Then chain again, for example 9 or 10 chains. The number of chains will depend on how long you want the drip to be. Then just like before, work your way back up along the chain using any stitches you prefer. You can use half double crochets, slip stitches, whatever feels right. Trust your creativity here. Once these drips are the right width for the house, I go back once more in the opposite direction using slip stitches, just to make the edge look cleaner. Then I sew this onto the house using the yarn and needle. Next we are going to make the snow drapes for the roof. For that I crocheted a white strip with 39 rows, that's the exact number I need for my roof. Now I'm going to add a lacy edging all the way around this white rectangle. Each row I repeat the same combination. In one row I crochet 5 double crochets, In the next row I crochet 1 single crochet. I keep alternating 5 double crochets and 1 single crochet in the next row all the way around. Now let's sew everything together. I recommend joining all the pieces on the right side. I'll be using slip stitches to join them. I work 1 slip stitch into each row of the house piece and 1 slip stitch into each row of the connecting strip, and I continue like this all the way around the house. Then I place the second piece and join it the same way with slip stitches. At the very end, leave a small opening so you can stuff the pillow with filling. Now we are stuffing the pillow with filling. Like I mentioned before, it's best to crochet with 2 strands held together so the stuffing doesn't show through. After that, we simply sew out the remaining opening, cut the yarn, and the only thing left to do is to attach the cream-colored piece on top of the roof. I just sew it onto the roof using a regular needle, going all the way around the edge. And this is the little house we end up with. It looks really cute, very festive and Christmas-like, cozy, soft, and pairs perfectly with the Gingerbread Man Pillow from the tutorial that's already on my channel. So thank you for watching this video, I'm sure you did it well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments or DM me on my Instagram. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, cuties!